Ladies and gentlemen, Uganda might be on the edge of something historic. Possible change in leadership. Now, I say possible because in Africa, leaders don't just leave. You have to uninstall them like any old app that keeps saying, storage full, but I'm not going anywhere. And Ugandans are excited. They're saying, we want change, we want change, we want change. But here's the thing. In Africa, when you shout change, you never know whether you're getting a new government or just the same people in new suits. Because in Africa, power doesn't change hands. It rotates among cousins. It's like a WhatsApp group. Near the mean, same arguments. Now some Ugandans think a change of leadership means life will automatically get better. But slow down, my people. That's like saying, if you change your barber, your hairline will grow back. It will not grow back. Now, let's be honest. Most of these people screaming, we want change, we want change, we want change, have never lived under a different Ugandan president. Most of them think life before Museveni is like life before Christ, a historical period we just read about. If President Museveni finally leaves, Ugandans might need orientation classes like new employees. Welcome to the Republic of Uganda under new management. Please note, the national anthem remains the same, but now we're using actual electricity during speeches. But you can't blame them. African history doesn't exactly inspire confidence in new leadership. Look around the continent. Every time you think change is coming, you end up with the deja vu in HD. In Nigeria, new president, all the policies, same traffic. In Zimbabwe, Mugabe is gone, then they realized his replacement was just Mugabe without stamina. And in Sudan keeps changing government like speedy dating. Meanwhile, the economy is just in therapy saying, no, it's not you, it's me. Actually, no, it's you. In Africa, our new leaders always start with a speech about freedom and then end with the one about term limit being Western propaganda. Now Uganda has had President Museveni for nearly 4 decades. The man has been in power for so long, now Google Map needs to update his location manually. They know him. He has been president since cassette tapes were trending, since Nokia was a king, since some of you were still a rumor. So yes, the idea of a new leader sounds exciting, but remember, a new face doesn't always mean a new system, because the system might just tell the new guy, welcome boss, the same corruption, just new password. If things go right, Uganda could experience a peaceful transition, fresh ideas, and actual generational renewal. If things go wrong, well, the last time Africa had a fresh start, we ended up with a coup that had a better branding than actual results. And the generals always said the same thing. We took over to restore democracy. Yeah, which sounds like your ex saying, well, I broke up with you to save the relationship. Yeah. Ugandans need to remember that the desire for change is not enough. You need a system that makes change meaningful. Otherwise, it's just musical chairs, except the music never stops and the same people keep finding the chairs. Yeah. Across Africa, we treat change like a magic person. We say, when this one leaves, everything will be fine. But we forget that the problem is not always the man in power. Sometimes it's the people who keep clapping for nonsense. Because when a bad government does a bad thing and people say, oh, what can we do? That's when presidents become permanent residents. Ugandans need to prepare not just for a new leader, but for a new mindset. Because a real change isn't when a new man moves into State House. It's when people move out of a political sleep mode. Yeah. So yes, a change in leadership could be good for Uganda, but only if it's not just change of faces. It has to be change of habits. Because if we don't change our political culture, we'll just keep recycling our leaders like how we recycle all the campaign promises. Now with the new packaging, but the same disappointment inside. Yeah. So to Uganda, may your next chapter be written by people who can spell accountability. And to the rest of Africa, may your next election bring actual change, not just another presidential portrait with a younger Photoshop filter. And that is just my opinion, and I hope you don't hold this against me. I'm Gilbert Drapari, and this is Let's Feed Africa, and as always, thank you for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe. We'll be right back. You know, I finally figured it out why President Museveni keeps winning elections. Yeah, I used to think it was strategy, experience, or maybe some witchcraft from 1980s that never expired. But no, it's actually much simpler than that. Yeah, you know, in Uganda there are 3 categories of voters. Not classes, categories, like Wi-Fi strength. The first category is the get-rich voters. Yeah, these are mostly the youth, the hustlers, they are need change people. Yeah, they want change so badly that they even post it on their status, we need change, we need change, we need change, and then on voting day, they're busy posting no transport. These are the group of people who believe that once Museveni goes, they will suddenly start driving Benzes, open YouTube channels, and the economy will just stabilize itself. Yeah, but the reality hits hard. You can't get rich on optimism alone. If it worked that way, motivational speakers would be billionaires. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. The second category is the already rich voters. Now, these ones, they love Museveni because he's the only one they can count on not to change. These are businessmen, generals, ministers, and the people whose children are born with land titles. They say they love peace, but what they actually mean is we love profits. Yeah, they support Museveni like how bankers support interest rates. Predictable, consistent, and always in their favor. And you think they'll risk that for a politician with no military background? My friend, they have seen coup in black and white TV. They are not trying to start it over. The third category is the survivors. Now this is the biggest group. These are elders, the villagers, the we just need peace crowd. Their campaign slogan is, at least we're not in Congo. Yeah, they wake up in the morning and hear body creeping and say, oh, the peace, the peace. They don't care about the GDP or inflation. They only care that the borehole is working and the radio is still playing Museveni's voice. And when Museveni says, I brought peace, they believe him because for them, peace is a full belly and a quiet night. Yeah, they don't vote for future. They only vote for absence of war trauma. Now, when you look at these categories, it seems like the opposition should have a chance, right? 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 Because the youth are many, the rich are few, and the survivors are just surviving, right? But politics is not arithmetic. You know, it's chemistry. And Museveni has the formulas. He mixes fear, nostalgia, and brown envelopes, and then boom, landslide victory. You could say it's a battle between the poor and the rich. Or better yet, a battle of the poor, weak, desperate versus the battle of rich, powerful, and well-fed. When you're poor, you don't vote with your brain. You vote with your stomach. Yeah. When someone gives you a bar of soap, you're like, well, at least I'm clean. Right? But when you're rich, politics is a business expense. You can either pay poor people to vote for you or pay someone else to make sure you're declared the winner before even the vote. Yeah, and that is the beauty of Ugandan democracy. Everyone participates, but not everyone matters. So why does Museveni keep winning? Because every election in Uganda is like a wedding. The guest might complain about the food, but everyone still claps for the groom. And it doesn't matter who wins, it's always politics, and your life is not going to dramatically change. And that is just my opinion, and I hope you have enough sense of humor to not hold this against me. I'm Gilbert Drapari, and this is Let's Feed Africa, and as always, thank you for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe. Thank you. Good evening, Africa. Tonight we start in Durban, where justice might finally be catching up. Well, just 2 years late, 2 countries apart, and about 2 lawyers deep. The brothers Siabonga and Malusi Ndimande, yes, brothers, have officially been charged in connection with the murders of rapper Kenan Forbes, also known as AKA, and his friend businessman Tebelo Museveni, also known as Tibz.
And as you can see on your screen from the footage from earlier, the handover operation was high risk. Both on the side of Eswatini, that side, it was a high risk. We saw task forces from the South African Police Service and Interpol involved as well to ensure their safe transport from Eswatini to South Africa. You saw making their way from the airport to the police station where they were processed and to the court.
You know it's serious when it takes Interpol's 2 nations and a helicopter just to get you to court. At this point, it sounds less like an arrest and more like an Avengers crossover. After months of court drama in Eswatini, and I mean months, the Ndimande brothers were finally extradited to South Africa. The operation went down in the morning of November 11th at King Saka International Airport. Interpol from both countries were on the scene, the police were everywhere, and there was even a helicopter following the convoy. Because apparently these guys think they were starring in Fast and Furious Durban Drift. They were escorted straight to Durban Central Police Station under tight security. Yeah, you could almost hear the police saying, "This time, nobody escapes, not even for smoke break." Yeah. Now, these brothers are not just facing 1 or 2 charges. Nope, they are facing 20. Yeah, that's murder, attempted murder, conspiracy to commit murder, and few firearms charges sprinkled in. Basically, full crime buffet.
They're facing those charges. Additional charges against them reportedly includes conspiracy to commit murder. We're talking unlawful possession of automatic firearms and ammunition, money laundering as well.
And just when you think that is it, boom, there's more. They're also linked to the murder of a taxi boss in Yamanzimototi near Durban. At this point, if these guys were in a video game, the police would have already unlocked the boss level achievement.
And links to other murders of taxi industry figures.
The Ndimande brothers appeared in the Durban Magistrates Court on the same day, probably looking like, after all that drama, can we at least have a lunch break? The officials confirmed that they will stand trial alongside 5 other co-accused for the February 2023 shooting that claimed the life of AKA and his friend Tibz outside a popular Durban restaurant. It's been nearly 3 years, but maybe, just maybe, this is where the long road to justice finally begins. And yes, I said long road, because if you have ever watched the South African trials, you know this might go on longer than an ESCOM load shedding schedule. The police spokesperson, Brigadier Ndimande, praised the teamwork between South African and the Eswatini authorities, the National Prosecuting Authority, and Interpol. To be fair, that coordination deserves an applause because cross-border crimes isn't easy, especially when you have to convince another country to give you their citizens. That's like asking your neighbor, "Hey, can you give me 2 murder suspects for court next week?" But in all seriousness, it's good to see law enforcement showing that kind of coordination. Usually the only thing that crosses African borders faster than the criminals is mobile data. The Ndimande brothers are set to return to court on November 25th. This case has become a symbol, not just for justice for AKA and Tibz, but for how African nations can actually work together when crime spills across borders. Yeah. Let's just hope that the trial doesn't drag on so long that by the time it ends, AKA's hologram has already dropped a new album. But tonight we give credit to where it's due. Teamwork made extradition work. Now it's time for justice to take the center stage and for the court to drop a verdict that hits harder than any AKA beat. I'm Gilbert, and this is Let's Feed Africa. And as always, thank you for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe. We'll be right back after this break.